Today I will be going over the answer key from Monday, October 16th. The first square, computation. Circle all the factors of 18. So in my head I'm starting to think about what factors mean. Factors are two numbers multiplied together. So I'm trying to figure out which one of these numbers can be multiplied to get 18. So to solve that, I can do factor, factor, rainbow, or make my T-chart of factors. So let's start. 1 times 18 equals 18. Now I know that it's even, and 2 can go into it. So I now know that 2 and 9 equal 18. And if you look at the relationship of these numbers, 9 is half of 18. Then I know 3 can go into it, and 3 times 6 equals 18. There's nothing times 4 that equals 18. There's nothing times 5 that equals 18. There is something times 6 that equals 18, and we already have it. If you are struggling to come up with these factors, use your multiplication chart as a resource for yourself. So back to my question, the factors of 18. Well, I know 3 times 6 equals 18, so that's a factor. I know 9 times 2 equals 18, so that's a factor. And I know 6 times 3 equals 18. So those are my factors of 18 that are listed. The second question, circle all the factors of 12. Now I'm going to make my factor chart for 12. The easiest two are 1 and 12. It's even, so I know 2 is going to go into it. 2 times 6 equals 12. 3 times 4 equals 12. There's nothing times 5 that equals 12. And there's something times 6 that equals 12, so I know I'm done there. Back to my question, circle all the factors of 12. Well, I know that 3 times 4 equals 12, so that's a factor. There's nothing times 9 that equals 12. There's nothing times 8 that equals 12. And 6 times 2 equals 12. Notice how much work I'm showing for this problem. The final part of this question said, which factors are common to both 12 and 18? Common means they both have it. They both have 1s. They're both even, so they both have 2s. They both have 3s. And they both have 6s. So for my answer over here, I would put 1, 2, 3, and 6. Next question. Which numbers have a difference close to 100? So there's a different strategy you can use. There's multiple strategies you can use to solve this. One of them is if it has the word close to, I know that I can estimate. So I'm going to start estimating the difference. And I have to know that difference means to subtract. So A is 400 minus 198. Now remember, to make my life easier, I'm going to estimate. 400 is pretty much estimated for me. 198 is closest to 200. Now I'm going to subtract. Notice how much easier this makes my life. If I were to do it regularly, I would have to borrow a lot. But estimating makes life easier. So I minus my zeros. 4 minus 2 is 200. So we're looking for which one has the difference closest to 100. But I'm going to put my answer choice right here to show my work. And I can eliminate A because it's 200, not 100. Solving for B. 200 minus 102. I'm going to estimate 200 is closest to 200. 102 is closest to 100. When I subtract, I get 100. And I'm looking for which numbers have a difference close to 100. So that's a possible answer choice. And the last one. 598 minus 410. 598 is closest to 600. 410, it's about 400. So when I subtract these out, 0 minus 0 is 0, 0 minus 0 is 0, 6 minus 4 is 2. 200 is my difference. So I'm going to transfer my answer here. I can eliminate C. B is my best answer choice for this question. The next question has a lot of place value blocks. And if I notice, it starts over here with ones. So here it has 2 ones. There's no 10 place value blocks, but these are hundreds. So it's 100 and 100, which I know is going to equal 200. And the next place value block is 1,000. So the total value, the total value of these blocks is 1,000 plus 200 plus 2, which equals 1,202. So it says circle the other ways to represent this value. And they don't have numbers written out in regular standard form. They're kind of showing you the value of each number. So I have to solve. A, 300s plus 2 ones. 300 plus 2, which equals 302. That does not equal 1,202. The next one, 1,200s plus 2 ones. Well, if I have 1,200s, I can write 12 and put 2 zeros behind it to represent the hundreds place, plus 2. That equals 1,202. Those numbers are equivalent. So I'm going to circle that as an answer choice. And the last one, 1,000 equals 1,000. 20 tens equals 200. And 2 ones equals 2. So many people think that 20 tens is just 20. But if I have 20 $10 bills, that's $200. So when I add all of those together, I get 1,202, which is the value. And I also know there's more than one answer because it says circle the other ways to represent this value. That tells me there's going to be more than one answer. I hope that you're showing all of your work just like I am for this problem. The next number sense square is asking us to find the value of these numbers. It's very similar to what we did before. So when we're solving 20 tens and 4 ones, I think of how much I would have if I had 20 $10 bills. That would be 200. And then I add my 4 ones to it, which would give me 204. The next one, 4 tens would equal 40 plus 46 ones. So over here I'm going to add those together. 40 plus 46, 6 plus 0 is 6, 4 plus 4 is 8. So when I'm looking at this number, 40 tens plus 46 ones is 86. And then my last one, 2,000s, which equals 2,000. 1,400s, 1,400, and 7 ones. So now that's requiring me to add this up all together as well. So 2,000 plus 1,400 would equal 3,400 plus 7 would equal 3,407. Okay, down below we have our geography, Native Americans, economic questions. So number 1 says, because the Piedmont region has fertile soil, this is a major money-making product. So the key word here is fertile soil. So I'm starting to think about which one of these industries needs fertile soil to grow. Well, peanuts needs fertile soil, but it's not in the Piedmont region. Apples need fertile soil, but they're not in the Piedmont region. Poultry means birds, and they don't need fertile soil to grow. So after you eliminate all your answer choices, your best answer is left. Number 2, because the Tidewater region borders the Atlantic Ocean, these industries and products are important. So when I'm thinking of this question, I'm thinking of what has to do with water and what makes this region money. So A, fishing. Well, that has to do with water, and that makes that region money. So that's a possible answer choice. B, peanuts. Well, that has to do with water in a sense that they need water to grow, and that makes that region industry. That makes that region money. C, tourism. Tourism is people coming to visit. Well, people come to visit the coastal plain region because it has water, and that makes that region money. Horses. That one does not relate to the Tidewater region. So you have 3 best answer choices there. Number 3, old rounded mountains cover much of the Blue Ridge Mountain region of Virginia. This geographic feature is the reason this industry is a big money maker. So, you're thinking about the mountains. Why do people go to that region? A, coal mining. Well, there's no coal in the Blue Ridge region. B, dairy farming. Dairy farming is a product of the Valley and Ridge region. C, outdoor recreation. That's like hiking and skiing and camping. And D, apple farming. Apple farming is a product of the Blue Ridge region, but think about the mountains. Why do people go there for the mountains? Okay, and number 4, this tribe lives in the Tidewater region. This was the tribe that the big chief was in charge of, and where Pocahontas lived, and that would be which tribe? A, Monacans, B, Cherokee, C, Siouan, D, Powhatan. I'll give you a hint. The language group of this tribe was Algonquian. All right, guys, that's your answer key for Monday night's homework.